Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Vivian from ThePaperLetterBlog, also known as the Chatty Penpal channel, and I'm here today with this super fun and interactive pen pal with me. We'll be making this fun flipbook with the goodies from Yourcreativestudio. I do this more often. Basically, I get the books sent to me for free. It has all sorts of things. This is just a real quick version. All sorts of different things that you could use for journaling in kind of a vintage style. Normally I do, as you can see, I do an unboxing first. But because I know that many of you are just here for the pen pal with me, I decided to do the unboxing at the end of this video. So right now you will watch me create the project, and then if you're interested you can stay for the unboxing. Or if you want to watch the unboxing first, the way I normally do these videos, you can click the chapters down below, watch the unboxing, and then come back for the project. I hope that makes sense. So the boxes get sent to me for free, but all opinions are my own. I will also let you know if I don't like something, but I have to admit I was pretty pleased with this box. What I dislike most about vintage is how it's sometimes very dark, you know, like vintage colors can be kind of brownish and muted, but this box actually has a lot of light greens, a lot of fresh kind of spring-like colors, and that just made me very, very happy. So I was inspired to create something with this box. What you saw me do is create a flipbook. All I did is cut a piece of paper. I'm not going to give you the measurements because it's most fun, at least in my opinion, to just grab your supplies and fold and have fun with it. But I just folded it into threes, and then I grabbed that vellum-like green, obviously, paper from the box, and I punched out a 2.5 inch circle. And what we're going to do is we're going to create some kind of an interactive peek into the flipbook, like a little, like you're looking through a hole in the fence and you just, I don't know. It's just gonna be a hole in the flipbook, but it's gonna be pretty, and I don't know how else to explain it. So I've seen people do this on Instagram. I will try to find the post that first got me inspired, but I've seen multiple people do this. What you do is you create some kind of a look through. How do you call this normally in perfect English? I don't even know. And then you add multiple, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You add multiple layers of paper around it. It's a little bit difficult to explain, but you can see what I'm doing. I kind of tear each layer just a little bit, like I make the circle a little bit smaller each layer so that you see a little bit of each layer kind of around the corner. So what I used is obviously the craft paper cardstock that I used for the flipbook, and then that white paper is actually from inside a shoebox. And the last layer I'm doing is just a book page from my personal stash, and as you can see I'm using my phone to figure out where to cut the hole because I couldn't find it anymore. And then I'm just gluing that down. So it's really simple. When I saw people do this on Instagram, they also created kind of interactive elements such as little butterflies or little flowers peeking out from every paper. But I wanted to keep it kind of fresh or clean, I guess, so that you could see the paper in the background. The next fun thing we'll be doing is decorating the front. I'm gonna decorate the entire flipbook on camera and also show you the goodies I have put inside of it. I have to admit I have not sent this out yet. I don't know why it's still on my desk. I already have a receiver, I already have the envelope which I showed you at the beginning of this video. And I even have the letter ready, so basically I could send it out any second now. But I've just been, it's not gonna surprise you, but I've just been so tired. Haven't really gotten anything done these days, so I'm happy to be working on this video now. Many of the supplies I will be using, except for the stamps and the ink, will be from the box itself. So this is a little label piece that was on that little notepad you see on the right. I just decided to cut some labels, or stamp some labels and cut them out to use as decoration. Of course, I was very pleased to find a little booklet of labels. It has different ones, labels actually, and then, oh, that was the door, lined pages, and this one is a grid one. And then also included are the stickers I'm using, which is a beautiful kind of washi tape like consistency, and it looks really, really pretty on that vintage paper. I also have these stamp stickers. I end up not using them, but it's fun to rummage through. I ended up using actual stamps. Usually when I make these videos, I try to use like Yourcreativestudio goodies only, and that makes it very difficult for myself because sometimes you just need something from your personal stash to make it more interesting, and I can be limited by thinking that I can only use the box, which is a fun challenge sometimes. But of course, when you use these books for journaling or when you use these books in real life, you're also going to add your personal supplies. So I decided just to grab whatever I felt matched as a complementing stash to the goodies that were in the box. Yes, I'll quickly explain while I'm decorating the front. I'll quickly explain my mini complaint I did at the beginning of this video. I very often talk about mental health, about my anxiety, about, you know, all of that, the things I struggle with, but one thing I do not talk about often is my chronic fatigue. Chronic fatigue basically is a combined name. It's like a combination of, well, basically this is a diagnosis you get when they don't really know what's wrong with you. So I've been like super tired all of my life, as long as I can remember. You know, I was the kid at birthday parties or sleepovers who wanted to go to bed first. Like everyone else wanted to pull all-nighters, and I was just like, you know what, I'm actually very tired this time. We will pull an all-nighter next time. But of course, next time I would be just as tired. So basically, for as long as I remember, I have been this way. And I've also had multiple blood tests because, for example, there are a lot of diseases that could cause you to be always tired. So I've been tested for all of them. They never found anything. They did find something in my thyroid, which you may remember because I told you about it last year. Some of you actually asked me about it even now. Sadly, they found something, but they weren't sure what it was. So they just told me, you know what, you can go home and we'll test you again next year. So basically, I'm not trying to be dramatic, I'm just trying to explain. But the reason why, let me first explain the reason why I'm explaining this. That was a whole lot of explaining in one sentence. I mentioned chronic fatigue a couple weeks ago, like how I'm always tired. And I got so much response to that, similar to how people sometimes tell me, oh, Vivian, it's nice to hear you talk about mental health and about anxiety because I can identify with it and it's nice to not be the only one. I also got a lot of response to my always being tired. A lot of people were saying, thank you for talking about it. It makes me feel a little bit less alone. So that's why I figured I would explain kind of what's going on with me right now. You can basically guess what I'm doing in the background anyway. So I'm just going to talk about personal stuff. What I'm doing here, I will explain, is I just stamped one of the stamps that came with the box, which is a deer. I stamped it onto some vintage paper and I'm cutting it out as kind of a subtle decoration. But okay, basically, I've always been tired and doctors have never known what was wrong with me. I've been told for in many different settings that I just had to learn to live with it, which makes sense because there's no medication that helps. There's no, like, they don't have a name for this. There's basically no solution according to like doctors and stuff like that. So I kind of did that, you know, I just accepted, oh, this is where I make a big mistake because I wanted the tag to be perfectly placed so that you could see it through the little window. But of course, you're actually going to see the other page first, so you don't actually see this there. But, you know, fixed it in the end. I have kind of given up. Like, I had blood tests all throughout my life, but part of me felt like, okay, maybe there is, you know, nothing wrong with me. Doctors keep saying nothing is wrong with me, so surely they must be right. I also know that, like, my mental health, for example, has a big impact on being tired. Like, when you're anxious all the time, that's of course draining a lot of energy. But deep down inside, I also knew that I was tired long before I had anxiety. So kept bugging me, and I was also kind of angry at the doctor that said maybe you just have to learn to live with it, because that's no advice. I'm 26 years old and I feel like a grandma 95% of the time. I could take naps like I'm a toddler. I mean, that's not okay. And I'm not saying that to be dramatic or to like have a pity party, because you can hear it in my voice. I'm kind of laughing about it. Like I've had this for so long. Sometimes I get really frustrated. For example, today is the third day that I'm having a weekend and that I am just spending very, very slowly, doing very minimal things because I'm so tired. So sometimes, yes, I will get angry, but it's been with me for so long, it's also kind of normal for me now. But I have good news. No, they still don't know what's wrong with me, but I decided instead of going to a normal doctor who keeps testing for the same things, I'm going to a different doctor. So that's what I did. I went to a orthomoleculair therapeut. Let me quickly Google translate that for you. Okay, here I go. Orthomolecular therapist. That's what it's called. It's alternative medicine. So basically, they will test for all sort of things that have not necessarily been scientifically proven, but many of the things that they test are scientifically proven, such as, for example, your iron levels and your vitamin levels and stuff like that. So many of the things they will be testing are 100% legit. Other things they will be testing might still be legit, they just never have been scientifically proven. So it's not wizardry, it's nothing weird, it's just they're basically going to do a blood test on every aspect that they can measure. And I am honestly so excited, because can you imagine that after, I would say 15 years of being tired, they might find something and they might tell me, oh, you know what? Just do this and that and you will be feeling better. I am legitimately excited, which sounds very weird. Like normally when someone would say, hey, you're actually sick or your body needs this or that or something is wrong with you, no one would be excited, but I would, because when they find something that is wrong, they can actually do something about it. So I am, it sounds weird, but fingers crossed they find something. When I talked to this therapist, she said like we have to wait for the results, but when I'm listening to you, the first thing that pops into my head is I don't know how to explain it in English. I'm not going to try and explain it. Basically, she said, I have a feeling of what might be going on, and it's caused by antibiotics. Like I had a lot of antibiotics as a kid because I had an infection, and that could have caused my fatigue. So, yeah, basically, that's what's going on with me right now. I'm extremely tired. I have always been extremely tired, and now it's just a little bit worse because my anxiety has been bad last week, so that's also of course influencing my energy levels. And then again, it's winter, and in winter also influences my energy levels. So there's a whole lot of factors that will have an impact on how I'm feeling, but I'm just kind of excited. Like, can you imagine someone tells you, oh, you know what, you just gotta take medicine XYZ and you will have twice as much energy as you have now. That's seriously a dream to come through. I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but it's difficult. That's really weird. But I'm just thinking to myself, all of the things I could be doing. Like I could upload twice as many videos, I could work more hours, I could have our household chores all up to date, and I'm getting my hopes up so much. I'm trying to temper it a little bit, but I just feel like this has to be it, you know. They're gonna find something. They're gonna find something wrong with my hormones or my minerals or something like that, and I don't know. So I wanted to share that. I used to share a whole lot of personal things, and lately I mean, I still do that, but I have been doing it a little bit less, so I thought I would just give you a super personal update of what's been going on. I mean, why the heck not? And I hope that that is okay. But I will get back to the project now. I think I've shared all of my updates now. My cats are eating in the background, so if you hear any random crunching, they've got perfect timing as always. So what I've done with the tags, what I've done with the papers and the tags is I've just created a little bundle, and I hung the bundle on the page with a copper colored split pin. I love it. It's the only copper colored split pin I had, but I feel like I need more now. I'm on no spend, so if anyone wants to swap with me. But I basically just created a little, one of my favorite pages. It's interactive, it moves, I like that. There's Sage's tail in the corner of my screen. And what I love most about it is decoration, but it also doubles as a goodie. So, win-win. The next thing I'm doing is I'm creating a flat little pocket on the right. Just folded some paper into a pocket and I'm going to stuff it with some goodies. I love these because they're nice and flat and you can put all sorts of things in there. So that is a sticky note that was also part of the paper, or of the I can't talk today, of the box. I wanted to use it as decoration, but I think I'm just going to include it as a goodie in the pocket. So the next thing I'm doing obviously is just decorating this page. I still had that vellum page and I just decided to punch some more circles out and use them as like little little decorations. I don't know where I was going with that story. It's not that interesting. But you can see, I just had to check to see if one of the cats wasn't eating the other cat's food. But it's all good. The vintage stickers, the coupon stickers are also part of the box. And what am I going to talk about now? I don't know. This whole box has the box you saw with the different squares. It has all sorts of images that I've cut out. So I'm obviously using one for decoration. These are all from vintage books or from pages that people have sent me. And whenever I'm super tired, that is one of my favorite things to do. Just sit on the couch because I can't do anything else and cut out images. It still feels like you're doing something, but it doesn't cost too much energy. I've been doing a whole lot of that recently, and I know that my being tired right now is also very much caused by the fact that we're in a third lockdown. I'm still working, but I don't have the routine I would normally have. That's not good for when you're tired, and then on top of that, of course, the days are short and I don't get a whole lot of sunshine, so that doesn't help. But once spring is there, I know it will get better. Which is also why I was kind of excited about this box, because it reminds me of spring. Even though it's the November box, it just has spring-like colors with the stickers and stuff. I was very, very excited about that, so I just went with that. I also realized now that the sticker I chose, I don't know if you realize, the sticker I chose is the same design as the tag, but I didn't realize that at the time. I didn't do that on purpose. Apparently I really like that design. I have this theme. I have done more with it in the past few days. I was actually working on a very colorful Maggie Holmes garden party mail, which I'm very, very, very excited about. I bought the collection secondhand on Marktplaats, which is like a Dutch online secondhand shop. And I've been very happy with it because it has pastel colors and it's absolutely beautiful. But these goodies and these colors, this color scheme, also kind of stayed with me. I opened some P.O. Box mail the other day. The video will be up in a couple weeks if I'm not mistaken. I opened some P.O. Box mail the other day and it was full of a beautiful vintage botanical mails I received. I even received a vintage botanical theme journal. And I don't do a whole lot of journaling, but this theme just spoke to me so much. I've actually started making some pages, so I don't know. I think you will be seeing a lot more of this style, the brown/light green combination. I just love it so much. So let me know. Do you like this style, or do you prefer the pastels, or even some of you might prefer the darker vintage colors? I know there's a whole lot of people who don't mind that. But for me, this is definitely a good combination. I think that's also why I like the Maggie Holmes collection so much, because they are very colorful and pastel-like, but they pair very well with vintage papers. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm making an envelope out of... Wait, I'm gonna... Okay, something went wrong with the audio for like a minute, so I'm gonna try and record it again. I obviously made an envelope with a die and then I rolled it through an embossing plate, which basically creates a 3D embossed look of like leaves, or I don't know, I don't remember what I did. And then I am adding Distress Oxide to the edge of the envelope. I didn't like the color at first because it was like a yellowish green, which would match the colors, but I didn't like it. So I added more colors on top of it to kind of create the color that I did want. And then I'm just going to stick the envelope down on some of the labels and decorate around it. I think it looks very cute. I'm hoping that I managed to remember everything I was talking about, and I will go back to the original voiceover. I'm also, for this project, using a white jelly roll a lot because I just love the way that looks on craft paper. I love the combination of colors, you know, the darker craft paper with the green and the bright white. It just looks very pretty. So I'm filling the envelope with all sorts of goodies from the box, the ones that fit, the ticket stickers, wow, that trips me up, the stamp stickers and some things on my desk, I think. The what are they called? Fern stickers are also part of the box. I think they are, I don't know if they're an original design, I'm not sure. As you can see, this project is going to Shelby. I'm sorry, Shelby, if you've been watching this so far. I should have given you a warning. This project is going to you. And the last thing I'm going to do is make a wax seal on the front. I just tried to shove my marble coaster underneath it, but I decided to do it differently because this wasn't going to work. I'm just basically going to make a light green and white, again, my color scheme, wax seal on one of the strings so that it kind of hangs in front of the circle. It took me very long to think of the word circle. So that is the last thing we are doing. Yep, I used a very old wax seal stamp that I've had. It might have been the first, or one of the first, maybe actually the first one I ever bought, of a beautiful fern, which of course matches nicely. The wax seal beads are also from my personal stash. And I wanted to add some droplets of wax to it. I was thinking that I overdid it a little bit, so that I actually peeled them back off because I also already used Nuvo Drops on the front. So I made little droplets of wax. I removed all of them but two, sorry for this. And then I decided to use the pen to cover up the places where I had put the wax seal drops. This goes a little bit fast, but don't worry, I will also show you the project up close once it's completely done. So this is the last thing we have done for this mail. The rest of the video will consist of close-ups of this mail and of course the flip through of, or not the flip through, the unboxing of the Yourcreativestudio books. So definitely stay around if you want to watch that. I will be talking you through that a little bit less chatty as well. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and yeah, stay put if you want to watch the rest of it. This is the wax seal I made. Obviously a fern, I really like it. I love that combination of white and green. I've already said that 7 times. Yeah, so most of the things I used are from Yourcreativestudio. So also a big thank you to Amanda from Yourcreativestudio for once again sending me the box. This is, it's actually stuck to the twine, but I think, I don't know, I hope that Shelby can reuse this somehow. You could even use it as a charm in like a journal or something. And this is the flipbook itself. I just wrote remember this day and treasure it. It feels a little bit random now, but you know, I feel like Happy Meal often contains these kind of sentiments and I kind of like it as well. So here is the page with the tags. Noose has just caught something. I really hope it's a flying leaf and not a bug. What did you catch, young lady? She's in the garden, I can just watch her. Oh, this washi tape is also in the box. It is a little bit dark for my taste, but when it's paired with a lighter washi, like the one I had in my personal stash, I think it's very pretty. I keep saying personal stash, sorry, I think I've said that 7 times now. So I also included a washi tape sample and some washi dots because I love those and I think they match the project quite nicely. Then this little envelope I'm not actually going to open up. because yeah, but you know what's in there, the stickers and the stamp stickers. And then I'm just going to show you the rest of the letter and the envelope I made. I have this letter writing paper someone sent it to me and I absolutely love it, and I decorated an envelope. I made an envelope out of Flow magazine paper, which is just the yellowish background, and then I cut out all of these images from a Flow article as well. It was about bugs, coincidentally, and I don't know, I kind of really like the illustrations, so I decided to cut them out. Bugs might be a little bit creepy, but they're also very good for the environment, and I think they're very pretty when you look at them like this. So that is all for now. Okay, I'm gonna talk you through the box, and I will talk to you. I don't know why I keep saying I will talk to you, because I'm still gonna be here. I'm sorry. Here's my little helper. I'm actually working on a vintage project right now for a Patreon swap. So this is the box as I opened it. Of course I opened it first before making my project, but I just decided to put it at the end because sometimes it can last a little bit long. They're always wrapped up really nice with a little thank you card. I actually thought the thank you card was really pretty this time. And everything came wrapped. Included in the box are these original design stamps. I liked these the most, probably because they're 4 miniature deers. Do you call them deers? I think so. I also used them in my project and I quite like them. This one is I wanted to say an electric bookmark. That would be very dangerous. A magnetic bookmark. Very much like that. These always come in handy. I either use them in my planner or in a book. I have so many of them, but I always tend to lose them as well, so that will come in handy. I don't know where I left this one. Probably it's still in the box. These are the vintage ticket stickers. I have to admit these are not my favorite. The colors are a little bit either too dark or too red for me. I do like the ones with the numbers on them and the ones that are a little bit more subtle, such as these. But overall, I think I will be sending these more as gifts, which is fine because I know many people who will love these. Next up, as you can see, I'm clapping. I was very excited about this. This is the bundle of labels I mentioned earlier. It's a fat stack, which makes me very happy because I can use a lot and I can send some as well. We've got these big labels. Then the dots, I called them grid earlier in the video, but I meant dots. And then a ticket and the lined page. It's kind of difficult to see, but the lined page is a little bit mossy green-gray, which is very, very nice. Then the washi tape, I already showed you some of the design in the video. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how long this design was. I've had the washi tape from Yourcreativestudio before, but this design is like, I don't know, it just goes on and on and on. Like there's no repeats in all of this, so this is how long it is, and I think that is absolutely incredible. Noose, can you stop scratching the cat door? It opens the other way, you will never learn. So even though this is not completely my style, I do think it's very cool that it's so, like there's so much variety on one roll. I also love that there is script in the background. That's just really cool. Next up is my least favorite cling stamp. I am giving this one away. It is kind of funny, I guess. It's like a lady deer with a wig and a bow. It's not really my style, so I'm just giving it away. This is an original Yourcreativestudio sticker sheet. The stickers are, as you can see, very pretty, kind of see-through, which I really like, kind of a washi tape-like consistency. Oh, this is not an original sheet, but I absolutely love it. It has these ferns on it. It is clear and kind of shiny, but I think it's so pretty. Very, very pleased. Then this is a stamp you saw me use. I don't know why I'm out of frame. You saw me use on the second page, you know, the one I stamped onto vintage paper and then cut all around. Oh, I think I know what I'm doing. I actually peeled off the rubber backing and I stuck it down again because it was crooked. This cracks me up every time. For some reason, Yourcreativestudio, they keep writing stick note. And I'm pretty sure it's sticky note, but they keep writing stick note. What I loved about this is not necessarily the design, but the fact that it has a scalloped edge. Very cool. I'm gonna take a sip of tea because I'm talking a lot. Then also included in the box are, of course, the stamp stickers. I don't know, I think you can't go wrong with these, because many people buy this box as a journaling box, like for journaling supplies. But there's something so fun about stamps. And this is another Yourcreativestudio original, and what I mean with that is the other things are from other stores, for example, could be from AliExpress or some other similar store, but these are handmade, hand designed for the box, which I think is pretty cool. These are the tags. You saw me use one as well. They're nice and big, so they could be perfect for writing a message at the back of. And then this might be my favorite design. You see these stickers everywhere, but they're so much fun. They're kind of milky and see-through, same as washi tape. And when you use them, as you could see on my project, you can still see kind of the background through the sticker. Yet the design is really clear. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And my favorite part about them is the bright green ones, you know, the fresh colors. Oh, that made me so happy after all of these grey winter days. And then the next one, the last item in this box, are these. Again, I'm pretty sure they are original designs, vellum-like papers for journaling with. And that is that. 31 minutes of talking. I am tired. I am gonna go finish my tea, and I will talk to you again very soon. A big thank you to not only Yourcreativestudio, but of course to all of you for watching, and to my awesome patrons. And I will see you when I see you. Okay, bye bye.